All right, he is the former undisputed UFC lightweight champion, Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira, certainly going to be in the UFC Hall of Fame as the company's most decorated finisher of all time, and no surprise, Charlie Olives has prioritized the finish in this matchup here tonight.
He always does, and I think it's that killer be killed mentality that made him so fun. You always knew, man, at some point he's going to get hurt and he's not going to get up. But during that time that he did, he was so fun. From Justin Gaethje hurting him on multiple occasions, to Michael Chandler, to everyone else kind of putting him down, to him lifting himself up and getting the victory. Tonight he will have to do that again, but he needs to be a little safer. I think if Charles Oliveira was a little smarter in the octagon, he could add some years to his fight career. Let's see if tonight we see a pivot in the approach from Do Bronx.
Well, he's got to be a judge's dream. Went the distance with Tony Ferguson in 2020, but that was his first decision fight since 2014. Killer be kill. We'll see how it goes for Charles Oliveira tonight. Well, if you want to talk about a division being the glamour division in this modern era, maybe it's lightweight, and this is the man they are all chasing, the undisputed king at 155 pounds.
He's the champion of the world, the lightweight champion, a very difficult belt to capture. This is one of those titles that when you start, it seems like the journey is so long, it's so daunting, because those champions are tremendous. This guy knew from day one that one day he would hold that championship belt. He got there and he has been defending it valiantly. He's a tremendous champion, and he loves the opportunity to once again prove that he's the best.
And it is interesting to look back at some of his early days in the UFC compared to this version. Night and day. We'll see how it goes for the champion here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Lightweight Champion of the world, Ilia Topuria.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready.
All right, early portions of the round, we will see how it goes for Charles Oliveira. This man has every skill you would want in a mixed martial artist, and that's why he has gone from, you know, middling featherweight at times to one of the greatest lightweights of all time. Nice job striking here by Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. Outstanding UFC resume, and the striking is really starting to catch up with the grappling. Scary proposition, really, for any man in multiple divisions.
Oh, guillotine here. Got it very tight.
Oh, looks like he's countering here with maybe a Don Flu. He's got the side mount. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
That's in pretty deep.
How did he get out again?
I have no idea how this guy has not tapped yet.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way, or the referee's going to stop the
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
All right, try to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Oh, that looks tight.
Good job by the champ there. Slide back out. Nice shot lands from the bottom. Nice shot there by the champ.
Oliveira getting work from the top here. He's got to do a better job to cover up. 30 seconds now to go in round one. Topuria's pass attempt denied. Waning seconds here of this opening round. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Round two next.
Great round. Listen to me. Breathe. Deep breath into that nose, out to that mouth. All right, perfect round. I need you to go out there and do more of that. Now.
All right, DC, let's look at some of the highlights from the last round. Lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, man, these guys stood on a quarter in the middle of the octagon. Take one to give one. Over and over, each guy landed, and they both landed very well over the course of that first round.
All right, so there's the end of the round. It had a little bit of everything and nearly a finish due to a submission.
But you see, when you're on the ground with him, you're in danger. You're constantly under attack. There is no place to rest. Where you can rest with those guys, you got to be very aware against this guy, or he's going to catch you in something that you can't get out of.
Solid kick by him there. Oh, and he lands another combination here, really starting to get into a striking groove.
I mean, and stringing them together so effectively, never throwing the same attack more than once. What a job to recognize all the openings in his opponent's defenses.
Timely defense there, huge block for him. Again, he's looking for that left, it's not there. Wow, what a head kick.
Clean punch.
Topuria gets the takedown, useful. All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. And he's able to work his way back to his feet. Right hook attempt, that's a miss.
Oh, nice.
Pretty significant welt to the left side. Nice connection with the punch in the clinch.
Oh, my goodness, what a kick. Nice kick.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here.
Guillotine jump.
Topuria's got a lot of weapons on both sides as he switches his stance here. Ooh, sorry to cut you off, but he got out.
What a great job attacking the lock. Rolling to your back, giving up the mount. He chose a much worse position over giving up that submission.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Oliveira's right back to the full mount here.
He's got to find a way back to his feet. He's got to be careful here.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Oliveira.
He's got to be careful here.
Going for that patented rear naked choke now. Oh, that rear naked choke is tight. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Ten seconds to go in the round. Oliveira's right back to the full mount. Round 3 next.
All right, buddy. Sit down. Take a deep breath. Now listen, we probably lost that round. The only reason we lost it is because you're waiting on him. I need you to be first.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the highlights. He has had his kicking game going early and often tonight.
I mean, on point, right? He knew that this was going to be a way for him to take control of this fight. He's used those kicks to really put him out ahead, and I'm not sure if his opponent has the ability to adjust and stop him from landing these over and over.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 3rd round of this championship fight.
Oh, the kick landed.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Oliveira. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Oliveira. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Oliveira's back in full mount. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
That was a slick transition.
Making all these shots count. We'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Oh, that Von Flue choke is tight. Oh, come on, that's got to be. He tapped. Charles Oliveira back with style points tonight.
Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Wow, an unbelievable result here tonight by way of submission, and he bided his time there. He stayed patient, waited for an opening, and then when it was there, he certainly capitalized to get the tap here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
And here once more with the official decision is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 49 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by tap out and new UFC lightweight champion of the world, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira.
All right, Buff, thank you very much. And there it is yet again, Charles Oliveira adding to his submission total here with a win tonight.
Bronx Charles Oliveira, the moment the fight hits the floor, you are constantly under attack. Once again, as he has done on so many occasions, Charles Oliveira submits his opponent and gets another submission victory. Congrats to Bronx and your team.